Appreciate it. Thanks. Great. Yeah, hang on. How do you, man?
Oh my God, Tyler. Oh.
Maybe they're assuming you're going to have
Was there more you wanted to see done? Wait, actually, I don't think we did.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go to the press offices. I think we really want to see it. That was a short while that we were in there.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to see something about Il Futuro.
Uh-huh.
Oh, this one. And this red one, we'll take it in prospect.
I just want to get some French fries. Sound okay?
Yeah.
I really don't want to pay these prices. I'm not going to pay 18 bucks for cheeseburger.
You like touching his penis?
Yeah, you do that.
You make that up. You make that up so you
No, I know, guys, I remember sharing with them.
pictures. You do not.
I know that they did that too.
Hey.
All right.
Well, it'll be.
That's how I knew which car Ashton was.
They did the film in 2 years in this feature, and I was like, oh, I already.
Producer and has had many films nominated for, so many awards, Spirit Awards, the Oscars, and continues to do great work. And the producer of Ask Backwards, Heather Gray. And Heather is also currently, she belongs to the Cherokee Nation, but she also is she's currently finishing up her term on the board of trustees of Sundance Institute. She's a very good friend of Robert Redford's and has all of our international films. We have a short film called Night Shift, which is playing in competition. And the director is Zia Mandibala, and I wanted her to wave wherever she is somewhere. There she is, Zia. And her producer is Chelsea Winstanley from Natirangi Nui, Maori Iwi in Aotearoa. So I wanted Chelsea to come forward. It's called Shopping, which I hope you guys will all get a chance to see. Not only that film, but all of our films. And we have Louis Sutherland here, who is Samoan, and then Mark Alveston, his co-director. If you both want to come up. So you're seeing all of these films kind of as they're kind of connecting with their audiences, but the core part of the work that Sundance does, if you ask Robert Redford the story about Sundance, what he will say is that, about 35 years ago, he really had a strong desire to support Native American filmmakers. And so he and some friends wanted to create, a mentorship model. They put the word out to the Native community. They wanted Native filmmakers to show up. And about 35 years ago, our communities were in a very different place. And so there wasn't that great of a turnout. So Mr. Redford took the idea of mentorship and nurturing and creating the lab model of supporting artists and decided to kind of open it up to American filmmakers in general. But since the founding of the Institute, there's always been that mandate and commitment that the Institute would serve and support Native filmmakers, and we've now expanded to be international and indigenous. But that that thread of work still remains, and so we operate the Native Lab Fellowship, which every year we have a national competition for U.S.-based filmmakers. We pick 4 projects, bring them to the Native Lab on my own home reservation in New Mexico, workshop them, we bring them to the festival for ongoing support. We've also created a producers fellowship where we're supporting Native producers, helping them kind of gain their footing and learn more about the industry so that they can end up doing the work that Chad is doing now, like building film funds and larger structures that can fund and finance indigenous film projects. So I wanted to introduce our fellows, if they could come up one by one. We have man who runs the Native program for real. But I was just telling them, the other day, I have a problem. I'm deaf. Like, it's old age, it's a lot of different things, ear damage, whatever. I was like, and they always harass me because I can never hear what they're saying to me. But it kind of took us on an interesting story, because I was remembering that as a child growing up, like, my grandmother was very hard of hearing, but she always could read lips in English, she could read lips in Cheyenne. But it's also like a combination that she and my grandfather always used to speak to each other in Cheyenne and use sign language, like Cheyenne sign language, to kind of communicate. And it just really kind of took me down this path and this thought about the level of communication that we're capable of, no matter what the form, and how we can, because of our own innovation, create ways to get our message across and to tell our stories. And I really believe that the work that we're doing today in cinema and film, because Sundance has provided that space to ensure that the Native voice and the indigenous voice will be a part of American cinema and world cinema. That we have a place and a responsibility to really kind of rise to that challenge and to be competitive in that world, and for our work to really travel. And we've had some really great success stories. Last year, the Native program had 3 films that were released theatrically across the country, including Tyga's film, Boy. And then we also had a number of films that were broadcast on PBS, like Billy Luther's work, who's here. His film, Grab, was broadcast on PBS, you can feel late. Which is not overrated. But also, and also because we've established this new division at Sundance called Artist Services, we've now created relationships with Netflix and Hulu and YouTube. So we've been given kind of a new life to connecting with audience past the festival through Sundance, where you can digitally view these films on your computer, your iPad, laptop, whatever service you want to. So a lot of the work is just really kind of like proliferating, I think, and really hitting audiences in different ways. And the work that we're continuing to do by supporting emerging filmmakers, I hope that you guys will continue to support and get behind and cheer them on, because this is the next great talent, and I hope that you remember all of these names and all of these stories that they're wanting to tell. I did want to do one last introduction. I have my colleague here, Shari Freelo, who is a senior programmer at Sundance Institute at the festival, a big supporter of our work. She's one of those people that has to pull through those 12,000 submissions and help present that final selection of films here at our festival. So thank you. I just want to stop here so that you guys can all mix and mingle and get to know one another, introduce yourselves, meet somebody new that you don't know.
ITVS, and we're a funder for independent producers for public television. Really excited to be here at the Native American brunch here at Sundance Film Festival to reconnect with old friends, but also to meet new people, and especially Native American filmmakers. We like to support mostly documentaries, so if you are interested and you're an independent producer, especially a producer of color, come to our website at www.itvs.org, and you can read all about us and hopefully apply to our initiatives and get some support.
Hi, my name is Cypress. I'm from the Otter Clan of the Miccosukee tribe down there in Florida, and I live in the Florida Everglades. And I decided to come up here to Park City, Utah, to connect with the community here, and especially link up with the Native community. It's been fabulous. I'm kind of snow shocked. I'm a warm otter kind of guy, and here we are in the mountains residents of Park City, but I've had my mind blown so many times because of the quality of work, the heart of the people, and just the fabulous altitude and the environment. So it's been a pleasure to have this opportunity to meet and speak with you and share a little bit of my experience. And if you're ever down in Florida, come out to the Florida Everglades and visit us because it's an endangered ecosystem and we'd love to raise awareness and help facilitate a relationship with the natural environment. So come on out and visit us.
Hey, Randy Ryan Holes, Native Voices at the Audrey. I'm the artistic director, producer, hanging out here at Sundance. Got a chance to hook up with George. Saw a beautiful movie called Shopping. It's the first movie I've seen. It features some guys from New Zealand, Samoans, and a stunning film. I kept thinking, I think this is kind of how I grew up. And then about partway through the movie, I was like, I didn't grow up like this. This is really different. So I loved it. Having a breakfast here with Bird folks from Sundance, Native Forum, tons of Native filmmakers around, people doing really great work. We got people from Oklahoma, we got people from the Southwest, we got people from the Northwest. I don't know if anybody was from the East Coast. I don't remember anybody. So anyway, it's great to be here. It's great to connect with George. And hey to everybody in San Bernardino.
Hi, my name is Lakota Ann. I am from KRCL 90.9 FM. We have our own radio show on Sunday mornings from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. You can hear us on the web at www.krcl.org. I'm a member of the Rosebud Sioux Tribe. I've been doing the show for about 6 years. I love working with KRCL. It's a volunteer position. I would like to be more connected to the film industry regarding natives and also native musicians. I'd like to know more about that. That's why I love doing what I do.
What do you want? Where you see yourself in a couple of years? Do you want to expand?
I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of. I just see myself, making others happy. That's why I do. That's why I'm a DJ. I like to play music, and I like to make people feel good, and my laughter is part of that. But I'm not really. I'm not.
My name's Kevin Polo. I'm the lead actor in a feature film called Shopping, which has made it into Sundance here. Pretty much it's about, in one word, I suppose it's finding your identity really. It's a big struggle in the movie for the main character trying to decide between a gang that he gets involved with and his family, which is, he has a very overbearing father. So he has this point in his life where he's torn between these two worlds of, pleasure and family. So there's a real clash where he has to find himself, understand what he's all about. And we made it to Sundance. I'm just super excited that I haven't got here. I've never left New Zealand before. So this is my first time anywhere, which is intense. I've never been around so much snow and mountains. It's intense. Yeah, I'm loving it.
제시 클빈알리 in 시 토리시니시 바시친 아로 나케데네 라시노에 지비진데 네사 아로 킨플레니시 one. My name is Cleveland Ollie. I'm with Indigenous Action Media and Out of Your Backpack Media. I also work with an organization called Protect the Peaks, which is working to protect the holy San Francisco peaks in northern Arizona from ski area expansion and snowmaking with treated sewage effluent. You can check out www.protectthepeaks.org, also indigenousaction.org, but really working for advocating the protection of not only our cultural identity as Indigenous people, but to protect our sacred places, which are integral for who we are today.
Thank you.
So, yeah, g'day. I'm Louis Sutherland. I'm from New Zealand. I'm Hapakasi, Samoan from New Zealand, and my village is Lapia in Upolo, where my mother comes from. Me and my collaborator Mark Elbiston are here in international competition drama section with a film called Shopping, which essentially is about it's a bicultural story about how it is to be Samoan or part Samoan fitting into a Palangi environment, and I sort of based on when I was a teenager, and my Palangi father was telling me in the 70s and 80s, you know, don't speak their language. You've got to be like this. You've got to basically assimilate and be as European as possible if you want to succeed. And it sort of built a lot of pressure, and so I ended up running away from home and hooking up with a shoplifting gang and learning how to shoplift for a few months. And fortunately, you know, I made the right choice at some stage. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. I don't think. And so that's the premise for the film. But it's really about what it is to be a Polynesian in a predominantly alien environment and standing up.
Right on. Is the film available? Can we all go see your film now?
Yeah, man. We'll try to get it here. We will try to get it here. You know, I'm from New Zealand, of course, so we're gonna go back home and launch it back in NZ because there's a lot of brothers and sisters out there that I think will want to see it, and we'd love to come to the States. I was just talking to a sister at the Tower Theatre in Salt Lake City, which is awesome, and she came up to me and she goes, "Oh my Lord, I'm so happy, man! I'm so happy that you're telling a Samoan story and a Polynesian story." And she goes, "Do you know how many of us are here? Do you know how many of us are here? There's Tongans and Samoans." And I was just like, "Sure, that's all right. There's a market here too." So we're really keen to get it out there. We think it's a really progressive story, although it's based in the past. And you know, I'm just I hope to get it here because I'm very proud of my Samoan heritage, and I think we should all be proud of our Polynesian heritage. And I hope we can get it on the market here so people can see it because they should share it.
So let's talk about that. Okay.
We're rolling. Who are you with?
Oh, hi. I'm Colleen Connor. I'm an executive producer of the film Ass Backwards, which premieres at Sundance tonight at midnight.
I'm Heather Ray, and I produced Ass Backwards, which premieres tonight, the midnight section at Sundance, 2013. Well, we're here at the Native Brunch at Sundance, which is really fantastic, and we are so just grateful that this program exists, and we love Bird Running Water, who runs the program. He's done an amazing job. He's such a visionary. It's really cool to see all of the films that are here in the festival that are supported by Native talent and producers and writers and directors, and some of which are films like ours that have nothing to do with Native America. But because our movie is an irreverent, most likely going to be R-rated, edgy girl comedy. So, but it's really funny. And we hope everybody else agrees.
Yes, they will. I have faith. So yeah, so it's a real honor, pleasure to be there. I just want to say thank you to pioneers like Heather that have been on and leading the way for people such as myself. It's my first Sundance, first Native American brunch, so this is my first experience with Heather. It's just really been amazing and guiding me through this.
And her first movie that she produced.
Oh yeah,
Sundance.
Yes, which is huge.
Amazing.
Yeah.
tonight, Heather?
Tonight is the night, man. And we're completely sold out. We're mildly stressed out because we don't have enough tickets for our group. And we'll see how it to sell out. Yeah. 2013. Yeah, and it's going to be the Egyptian theater at the top of Main Street. And when the clock strikes midnight, and we'll see how it goes. We're really hopeful to sell the movie and most importantly, experience it with an audience. Really experience it with an audience. And by the way, we're handing out panties. Yes. We're handing our ass backwards panties. We got to get some. Yeah. We got to get a shot of the underwear. I'm going to wrap it our film. We felt the most appropriate for the title ass backwards and get panties. Say ass backwards. And in case you forget the screening times, they're on the front. Yes. These are for your wife.
I want some. My wife's some. Yeah. My wife got some work.
Anything else?
Heather, we all loved your film Trudell. How's it doing now? Is it still circulating?
Well, it's interesting because Trudell was at Sundance in 2005. It was in the marketplace in 2006. It's played in a number of film festivals. And this year, next month, it's going to play in a retrospective in the Berlin International Film Festival, which is really exciting.
So it took 3 years to do this one. What's next? Vacation, go fishing.
Next, I'm doing a movie called Slow with Ellen Page.
And what's next for you, young lady?
Well, I'm thinking about doing a documentary about kids, so that still needs to be shopped around further, the idea, but hopefully I can talk to Heather and create a documentary.
You guys are great together. Give us more. And congratulations.
Thank you so much.
My name is Laura Peterson, and I'm an actress in the feature film Filmmakers. Just playing here. It's about a 16-year-old half-Sabon boy who doesn't get along with his father and then joins the shoplifting gang. And I am the daughter of the kind of gang leader.
Is this your first movie?
This is my first movie.
You seem like you guys are stars already. What's next for you two? You get married?
Everything and anything.
Yeah, you guys are great together. Congratulations. Love it. Keep coming back.
Yeah, we will.
It's kind of bland.
Okay.
Let's go back here to the street.
Oh, okay.
Isn't she beautiful? Oh, this is nice.
Here?
They sit.
Oh, okay.
I like the slope right there. Is that nice or what?
Okay, good.
What's your name?
Hi, I'm Jennifer Scott, and I'm with Native Voices at the Autry. We produce Native American theater and have been for the last 19 years. We work with Native writers, Indigenous writers, First Nations, Alaska Native, Hawaiian Native, and we develop plays, usually 8 to 12 a year, and then we produce 1 or 2. We co-produce public theater, Montana Repertory Theater, Perseverance Theater. We have a play coming up, opens the 1st of March in Los Angeles called The Bird House by Diane Clancy, who's a Cherokee woman from Kansas. And I love what I do.
And how about some of your alumni, some nice names that have came out of your program?
Gil Birmingham, who's an actor. Kalani Cuepo, who's an actor. Tonensin Carmelo, who's an actor. A lot of actors come out of our program. We call them our company of actors. We don't have a formal company, but a lot of them work through that. Delana Studi, Wes Studi. We've worked with just about everybody. Zon McLaren. Playwrights that we work with, Joy Harjo.
say someone wants to be involved with the lab, how do they contact you? Or
at Native Voices at the Autry. My name is Jean Bruce Scott. Contact us there. Our production office phone number is 323-227-6000, extension 299.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Congratulations on everything you do at the Autry.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Being Angelino myself. I'm talking.
He took us on
NBC Universal, happy to be here and to support the Sundance Institute Native Initiatives.
And your sister here.
Kendra Carter with NBC Universal.
Oh, I know you guys. Thanks for being here.
I go to the Otter Island.
I'm paid to watch the Lori Queer with First People's Fund. Hello, Mike Kako. I'm Bulani Arquette with the Native Arts and Cultures Foundation.
We are.
My name is Justin Drescher. I'm a student at the Evergreen State College. I'm a photographer from the Los Angeles Basin, and I'm happy to be at Sundance 2013.
Oh, the arts and culture.
Yeah, we've never actually had the pleasure, so I figured I'd check you out. No, I know, I feel the same way. No, of course.
Bertie. We're with Bird, the director, and we have an alum here. Okay, guys.
Okay. Hi, I'm Bird Running Water, and the director of the Native American and Indigenous program. And this is one of our program alumni, the director of Miss Navajo and Grab, two films that have premiered at Sundance. How's your festival? Oh my God, it's great. Mine too.
You guys having a good time?
Yeah, absolutely. Having a wonderful time. Right now we're at the Native Forum brunch. We just introduced all of our filmmakers and fellows who have films in the festival, whose projects we're supporting for development that will hopefully get made someday. And so, yeah, it's a great time.
Introduce myself. I'm Jessie Creel, and I'm Kai Singha's producer for the film After Melee. This is Kai Singha. And After Melee is the story of a 17-year-old boy who's been abandoned by his mother and disowned by his father, who's found a home in the MMA gym of Hawaii. One day his father comes back into his life and brings him home to live with his out and proud hula practicing brother. The first day back, he falls in with a street gang, becomes an internet sensation because he's a very good street fighter, and the consequences turn dire.
And the whole idea about the movie is just that, like, as a culture, you know, the Hawaiian men, we've lost our way. We've kind of never had guidance in what is expected from us. With this whole explosion of MMA culture, you know, a lot of us has kind of attached ourselves to that, giving them a voice finally, but at the same time, kind of going in the wrong direction. So our movie is really about kind of finding that guidance, but also forgiving. It's mostly about like the generations of past and kind of sever ties and just trying to reconnecting with them again.
And the only way for progress is if the man forgives.
How can we see the film? Is it showing this year on the theaters or DVD? Or?
We're in fundraising now, so we've got the script with some key actors that we'd like to be involved and some key crew. And we're getting some good feedback on the script finally after workshopping it in the Sundance Lab for a year. So we're setting out to raise $500,000, maybe more if we get lucky, but hopefully not less, so our fingers are crossed.
We're hoping to go into production later this year.
Probably the summer.
And may God be on your side.